Hello everyone, welcome to Introduction to Computer Science, week number 6. I am sharing with you the blackboard for week number 6. As usual, here's a list of objectives that we want to be mindful of, and then here's a list of items in the instructional material, including the lesson plan and the video and some codes and other items. And the list of the assignments that I'd like you to do for this week. One is from the Zybook and one is from the for the programming. So what I want to do is to go through the lesson plan and talk about what you need to do and how you can do them. So if you download this, you should get this document. The topic for this week number 6 is the file system. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to go to Zybook chapter 12 and do the sections 1 and 2 and learn some details about the basics of how to read a file and how to write to a file. In order to read a file, the file needs to exist and it needs to be opened for reading. In order to write to a file, you need to open a file to write. Okay, so you can go through them and get the details on how to do them. But let me show you on how to do that as an exercise. So let me bring that up. So as a demo, well, the other assignment is for you to do the programming assignment as a demo for me to show you. Let me put this on the side. So this programming exercise, I'd like you to do them not using a online compiler, but rather using the IDE that you downloaded and installed on your computer last week. You can use any program you want, PyCharm, Athony, or Spider, or any other ones that are installed. Partly because I'd like you to be aware of the file locations where they are stored and how to verify them. If you use the online compiler, it may work, it may not work, but the file location is sort of mysterious and I like you to know about them. So basically all I want you to do is to write a program that will open a file called test1.txt, write in that file your name 2 times, once in the first line and another second line, and then close the program. And then before you do the program, you may need to create that file, test1.txt, and you can submit the code and the screenshot. Okay, so here is a sample screen of how it might look like using this one happens to be PyCharm, and let me do a little quick demo on that. Okay, so let's see. So here is a PyCharm that I copied, and here this one you can get. I posted some codes here for you. So code used in this for this week. If you click on them, it just pops up a lot of the little mini programs that you can copy and try out. But anyway, so here is a quick few lines to open a. I just named it as a something different, sample file.txt. I am opening it, W for writing, and then I'm going to write a line called John Doe with the /n to bring to the next line. And then on the new line, I'm going to write a line called with a file or with a text Mary Doe. And then I'm going to close that file. I don't have to specify this file name because it is assumed that whatever is opened will be closing. You may specify if you like, and if there are multiple files open at the same time. And then I'm going to open it again for reading, and I'm going to specify that file the same one that I wrote to, and then I'm going to simply read and print it. So if I run this program, this PyCharm gives you a couple of information. As you can see, John Doe and Mary Doe does get written, supposedly, and then they are read from that file and displayed on the output here. This PyCharm does tell you where the program is running and where your file is located. So this is kind of neat. So you can search for that file. And let's see if I can find it. Give me one sec. So I think it's like right here. So it says users, iMac Pro, series iMac Pro, PyCharm projects, and then Python projects 5. And then my main program is over here, and my output is right there, sample file.txt, right? So if I do open this guy here, I should see Mary and John, right? So you can verify that. So anyway, just wanted to show you that to you. If you happen to be running Thony here, you can run this program here, and then you will see that this is displaying the same output. But for you to find the actual location, because you did not, in both of these, we did not specify the location of the sample file. It simply assumes that this will be located in the same folder where the program is running, which is true for PyCharm. But for this Thony, happens to be running or saving wherever it was used last, unless you specify exactly, right? So let me see if I can find it here quick. All right, let me change this to a file 2, sample file 2 here. And then it is actually here, sample file 2.txt. So if you click open, then there you see those two things. In case that it didn't really come through in the video, let me change this to 3 here, and then you run it. And if you come over here, it'll say sample file.3, and you can open this up, and there should be the names. Okay, so it's a little bit for this Thony, it doesn't tell you exactly where your file is located, right? So you'll have to kind of go through and search for it. In the PyCharm, it tells you exactly where your file is. So a lot of people prefer this. But for the Thony program, it doesn't, you'll have to do it. Maybe you'll have to specify exactly where the location is. Otherwise, it will assume wherever it is used the last, which happens to be here for me. Okay. Let's see. So if you're using a PyCharm, just take a screenshot of the program and maybe the output and the notepad or whatever, and then just submit it. Okay. One thing that I do want to point out is the difference between the OS. If you're using a Windows and you are actually specifying a file where you want to open for reading or writing, you do need to specify a OS specific file path format. So for Windows, if you're using Windows, then you got to use this way. If you're using a Mac OS, then you got to use the other way. They're always the opposite, pretty much, right? So give that a try if you like. If you don't specify it, or just go to the default folder that is looking at. All right. So that's pretty much it for this week. And do the Zybook chapter 12 and read up on that, and then do the programming exercise, make a screenshot and submit it. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Otherwise, I look forward to receiving your work. Take care. Bye-bye.